Today we're out here at Cleaver Wildlife Management Area, and any day that I can get out and spend a day in the field with biologists, I always know I'm going to learn something. What am I going to learn about today?
Yeah, so today we're going to go on a Mast survey.
Okay.
So essentially we're surveying the fruits of hardwood tree species here at Cleaver WMA. So Mast is essentially those high-calorie groceries that the animals that we like to see and chase recreationally are keying in on as well.
What trees we're going to be looking for today?
Well, we're looking for different species of white oak, red oak, hickory, and beech.
Hey, I'm excited to see how you do this, how you rank a tree, how you locate these trees. Let's take off. Let's take a walk through the woods. Hey, I can't think of a better way to spend the day to walk through the woods and learn a few things, and hopefully put that to use to make yourselves a better hunter this fall.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
yeah. Let's do it.
So is this one, Cody?
R1.
So Zach, you've got a red can of spray paint there. What you're doing is you're identifying this tree as a tree in our survey.
That's right.
Tell me what you're going to put on there.
Yeah, so we're just marking it with red paint because it's a red oak. It's a species of red oak, and it is the first tree of 25 red oaks that we'll be surveying today.
So you got a red line around it and a 1.
Yep, so we often put these metal tags on the trees, but as you can see, this one's been plinked a few times with the 22, and they wear off over time. So obviously this is on a wildlife management area where we're able to do this for research purposes, but this one's already painted, but we touch them up, and we use different color paint for the different species.
So red for red oak, that one's pretty obvious. So if you're on a WMA and you're spending some time hunting and you see a red line around it, you're looking at a red oak.
That's right. White for white oak, and blue for beech, and orange for hickory. So the cool thing about the app is it's real time. If we have cell signal, it submits the data to the cloud instantly. If not, it stores it on board until we go back and cell reception. But I'm going to this red oak one.
Cleaver
I click
WMA,
here.
yep.
I'm clicking that yes, we visited the tree. I'm going to update the location information. Then I can hit update, and now the better accuracy. My phone is better, more accurate than GPS's were back then.
That's awesome.
So now that is good, and the tree's alive. I'm going to quickly measure the diameter of it too.
Okay.
So this is DBH, diameter at breast height. So that's 4.5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
Just bring it around there. The mark should be right in here somewhere, right here. So 24. It's not a regular tape, so it's calibrated to measure the diameter of the tree.
So now that we've got the tree information, updated that into our survey, we're going to do our rapid assessment of the mast. Essentially, the amount of this tree that could be bearing mast or acorns is actually bearing mast or acorns.
Okay.
And so essentially, you know, I'm going to take my binoculars and look at the very tips of all these branches and think in my mind, you know, of those tips that could be bearing mast, what percentage are bearing mast? And so I set a timer on my watch here for 30 seconds. I'm just going to try to get this whole entire crown here of this nice big red oak. We might be able to see some acorns just with our naked eye, but really with these binoculars, this is our most important tool on the Mast survey. And if you want to, you can follow along and we can compare notes.
Yes.
Okay, I will set my timer now, and we're looking. Okay, we're done. So first impressions, I saw a lot of acorns.
I'm going to say about 80, 85.
80, 85? What were you thinking, Chad?
Well, I was going to say, you know, 60 to 70% of what I saw, but I'm sure my eyes are not trained for it yet, so I'm sure you guys are going to see more than me.
I was thinking 75, honestly. Although we had kind of 3 different numbers there, you know, they were pretty close together. And, you know, we'll take these data, put them in our phone, and the way we analyze them is, so this is one tree of 25 red oak group on this survey route. There's 40-odd other routes in the state with 25 red oak trees apiece, 25 white oak trees apiece, 25 hickory trees apiece, and 25 beech nut trees apiece. And so, you know, even if our numbers are slightly off by like 10%, a lot of that washes out by the hundreds and thousands of trees that we have from east to west, north to south in the state of Kentucky.
So this is something that's going to take place every single year. Can you start predicting what years are going to have more mast crops than others based on some trends?
Yeah, for sure. So it's really important, you know, if you're thinking about setting something like this up on your own private property or just looking at the same tree through time, it is very important to keep that same tree fixed over time. That's why we mark all our trees and stuff like that. And then yes, you can step back and look, okay, You know, this is gonna be, we've had a couple boom years. You gotta be kind of expecting a bust year or a poorer year at some point in time. Because again, these trees fluctuate through time. They've developed that strategy over time to try to get ahead of the nut predators, things like the squirrels that are constantly getting up there and hitting the nuts, or the other animals that eat them off the ground and stuff like that. So a tactic that these trees have developed over time, again, we're probably giving the trees a lot of credit on that, but they will have a bust year every now and then. And so that'll be preceded by likely a boom year, right? And so they're going up and down through time.
It really highlights the critical importance of oak trees. In our habitats here, we can't afford to lose this species, so anything we can do to manage for oaks is important.
So our next tree, how far away is it?
Should be in here, if I recall, it's on
right
this
there.
side.
You see the red paint?
Oh yeah, right there it is.
Paint looks pretty good, tag's still on it. So it's 18.6.
Looks like 19.9. $15.8.
Five.
Well, guys, I know you're much quicker at doing this when you don't have company. So I appreciate you kind of showing me exactly what you're doing. I'm gonna let you guys finish out your survey today, but tell me, obviously it's very beneficial for you guys because you're managing forests for a long period of time. How does a person that wants to come out here and pursue or view wildlife use the information that you guys are collecting today to help them increase their chances?
I would say it could be a really good way to get to know your property, what you've got on it. You know, if you've not walked around, take some time and identify some oaks and hickory trees, beech trees if you've got them. And that's part of the fun, I would say, is, you know, getting familiar with the property and finding where the good trees are and maybe let that inform where you go hunting.
So if you wanted to find this information specific to a WMA that you hunt, it's located where at?
Yeah, that's a great question, Chad. So Zach and I will go back after all the statewide surveys are done and run a whole bunch of analyses to try to represent the data in a way that's useful to sports people. And so some of those ways that we do that, first of all, we put all that stuff on our website, fw.ky.gov. Just search Mast survey, and this report will be there. And so find a WMA that's close. Either the WMA you want to hunt could be on there, or a WMA that's close to where you want to go hunt. A way that I would use that if I was going to maybe pre-scout an area or something like that is I'd find my area or an area close to it on the Mast survey report, and then look and see what tree species are doing really well and what tree species are doing kind of not as good, right? And so if white oaks are bumper on Kleber WMA where we're standing right now, I would really consider, you know, identifying the white oaks and maybe going and looking at those places first when I go to scout for, say, whitetail hunting or fall turkey hunting.
Well, I'll tell you what, I appreciated your time today. Hopefully next day you get to do this and it's 65 degrees outside instead of 90. But hey, the work's got to be done, and I appreciate you guys for doing it.
You betcha.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.